Emily, Laser Princess, Pink Raccoon. It's a second attempt now to do this episode because, again, the effing microphone was not on again. I'm getting really tired of having to redo these over and over and over again. Season 4, Episode 22, Restless. A weird mixture of tense and absurd humor. What is the Cheese Man? Seriously, like, what does he represent in the context of the vision? Like, I mean, I love him. He's hilarious, but most of the other absurd elements, like, you can kind of figure some basis for them being there in some way. Cheese Man is completely outside of reality. Maybe that's it. Totally obvious they're going to fall asleep instantly. Yeah. Wow. VCRs. I still have original videotapes of Star Wars 4, 5, and 6, New Hope, Empire, and Return of the Jedi. Pre George Lucas going in and, redoing them all. Han shoots first in mine, and there's the original, like, boom with the little particles coming out in all directions, the Death Star, and all that stuff. Yeah. Good times. Is that the same cat? Willow and Tara's cat. Is it the same cat? Because I remember it looking different. I don't know. Something's off. Painting on Tara's back would be hot. Zero misinformation. Ugh, the first Slayer stuff. Even Dream Xander is a total wank. Zero misinformation. Willow's play Death of a Salesman with cowboys and Bavarians and flappers. Oh, excuse me. Oh, man. Is that an Elvis Presley guy? LOL. I want to put on that version of Salesman, to be honest. Which one is Biff? The cheese guy cracks me up. That's literally, I wrote that like 4 times in different words. I've come looking for a man, a salesman. So cheesy. Maybe that's what the cheese guy's about. That is not Apocalypse Now, not even close. And, like, I have to assume that that's what Xander thinks Apocalypse Now is like, because he clearly hasn't seen it before. Oh yeah, Xander's dream vision, all about sex, of course, mostly with kind of a bi girl seasoning on it. Super gross. Oh, yeah, there I wrote it. So yeah, this one's super gross, centering on Willow x Tara as being for his benefit. Spike and Giles on swings is very funny. A watcher scoffs at gravity, right? I mean, like, how do you not laugh at Giles saying that? Xander takes too long for this. According to some, he does not in other areas. Oh. Cheese guy again. These will not protect you? Of course they will. American cheese product slices are so unnatural that they're bound to protect you from any natural entity that seeks to do you harm. Principal Quark is back doing the Apocalypse Now thing. Marlon Brando. Yeah, that was a fun bit. I love Principal Quark. Armin, what is it? Armin Shimmerman? Shimmer? I don't know. He's good. He's real good. Why did they use Sophos, wisdom, instead of psyche, mind, for Giles in the ritual? When they did the fusion dance thing to beat Adam, why was he Sophos? It doesn't make sense. Like, because he was mind. He was the mind of it. There was the heart, there was the mind, there was the hand, and there was what, the soul, right? So the mind, body, soul thing. Why was it wisdom instead of mind? It just, psychology, psychiatry, psychopath, psychokinesis, mind, right? Not wisdom. Wisdom, I guess, would be more of a function of mind, right? Whatever. Giles's vision is a pathetic carnival. Makes sense. Cheeseman versus Giles is too good. He says, I wear the cheese does not wear me. Should I wear cheese for one of these videos? Anya doing stand-up in the background while they try to figure out what's up. And then Giles singing instructions to Willow and Xander is beautiful. I love that whole bit. I don't know. I don't know why. I just find that particular bit really fun. And the massive cables, that is a nightmare. I had that white cube shaped clock ages ago. It sucked. Never woke me up. Be back before dawn. Now that was foreshadowing, right? When Tara says that to Buffy, that was foreshadowing. And then Buffy finds Joyce like stuck in the wall with just like a little hole. The mice are tickling her knees. God. Oh, that ugly dress. And Riley plotting world domination with coffee makers. Sounds about right. Is that human Adam? It is. Weird. He weird looking. Yes. Adam, human Adam does look weird. Kind of like, there's a few people on these shows who look like their heads are either way too small or way too big for their bodies, and I think it's more the wardrobe because they're put into like outfits that like make their shoulders look bigger, and it makes their head look too small. Not important. Mud on your face, Buffy. Forcibly reminded of Beck's loser video because everything goes like negative for a second there, and yeah. I don't know if you've ever seen the loser video. Who's you? Yeah, I know. No one watches me. Ugly, ugly dress. Why does it keep appearing? It said dress with the cherries and the fringe at the bottom, and it's just ugly. It's not appealing. And like the first time it showed up, everyone was acting like it was so beautiful, and I was like, no, you're wrong. Giles even said he had one. Does the first Slayer have a weird soul patch? And then I wrote like a little arrow and it says, could be gore and viscera. Either way, it's gross. Not a fan of facial hair. Sorry. Zero misinformation. They're basically saved by Buffy's shallowness. That's what ends up saving the day is Buffy being shallow. And I think that is wonderful. Just, honestly, like, shallowness is just so ingrained in the people that I know. And yet at the same time, they'll complain about people being shallow. And it's like,